You ever look at a challenge and it just feels so huge, so completely overwhelming that you just want to walk away before you even start? Yeah, we've all been there. Well, today we're going to dig into a really simple but incredibly powerful idea that helps you smash right through that wall of impossible.
And here it is from the man himself, Nelson Mandela. It always seems impossible until it is done. Now, this isn't just a nice quote for a coffee mug, It's a genuine insight into how we work, a kind of roadmap for taking our biggest, scariest dreams and making them real.
I mean, we've all had that feeling, right? That pit in your stomach when you're looking at what's ahead of you. It's a totally human experience, whether you're trying to get a business off the ground, train for a marathon, or just make some kind of real change in your world.
Okay, so let's actually break that feeling down. Why do our biggest ambitions so often feel like we're just staring at a solid brick wall? That's what we're going to get into in this first part.
Yeah, it's kind of like someone telling you to build a skyscraper, but they don't give you any blueprints. The sheer size of it all can just freeze you in your tracks. And that's exactly what the source material points out. The bigger the dream, the more overwhelming it's going to feel right at the beginning.
But here's the key thing to remember. That feeling of impossible isn't a stop sign. It's not your brain telling you to quit. Actually, it's a good thing. It means you're really pushing your limits. You're aiming for something worthwhile. It's just your mind's way of saying, okay, buckle up. This is going to take some work, but it's worth it. And really, who better to talk about this than the man who lived it? Nelson Mandela's entire life is this incredible, powerful proof that the things that seem most impossible can absolutely be achieved. His story is so much more than just a chapter in a history book. It's this deeply human journey of pure resilience and grit in the face of things that are just unimaginable. It's the ultimate proof that the human spirit can overcome pretty much anything. 27 years. Just let that number sink in for a second. 27 years locked away for fighting for his beliefs. For a lot of us, that's more than a whole career. For Mandela, it was a test that forged his absolute, unbreakable commitment to his cause.
And we have to remember, this wasn't just a personal fight for him. Mandela was up against the absolute monster of apartheid, a system designed to crush people, to deny millions their basic human dignity. He was literally fighting for the soul of his country.
I mean, just look at this list. Ending apartheid, unifying a nation that was completely torn apart, these weren't just ambitious projects. To almost everyone at the time, these were total pipe dreams, pure fantasy.
So how in the world did he pull it off? Well, it wasn't one big heroic moment. It was this relentless, day in, day out, chipping away at the walls of that injustice. It was all the small acts of resistance, the secret talks, and this powerful belief in a better future that, piece by piece, brought the whole system down.
And that brings us right to the second half of the quote, the really critical part. Until it is done. This is where the magic happens. This is where the impossible suddenly looks like it was always meant to be. You know that feeling when you finally get to the top of a mountain you thought you'd never be able to climb? All the struggle, the pain, the moments you wanted to quit, it all just vanishes when you see that view. That right there, that's the power of done.
This slide just lays it out so perfectly. It's a total shift. You start with fear, and you end with proof. You start with speculation, can this even work? And you end with validation. You go from doubt to setting a whole new standard.
So first, you get proof. All that nagging self-doubt, all those voices telling you it can't be done, they just go quiet. Why? Because you have cold, hard proof that you did it. That wall of impossibility, you realize it was just a hurdle you had to get over.
Second, the way you see the journey itself completely changes. All those late nights, the setbacks, the moments of frustration, they stop looking like failures. You see them for what they were, necessary steps on the path to getting it done. They're the battle scars that prove you won. And finally, the whole story changes for everyone. The thing that was once considered a fantasy is now the new normal. Ending apartheid wasn't just a win for South Africa. It was a win for all of humanity. It raised the bar for what we all believe is possible. Okay, so what does all of this mean for us, right here, right now? How can we actually use this wisdom from Mandela to tackle the impossible things in our own lives? Let's talk about that.
So, from now on, the next time you feel that little pang of, this is impossible, don't let it stop you. Lean into it. See it as a sign that you're about to do something amazing. It's not a stop sign, it's the starting line. Now let's be real for a second. The road from impossible to done is almost never a straight line. It's going to be bumpy. There will be setbacks. But the one thing that will get you through every single time is your will to finish. It's that grit, that belief in what you're doing that turns dreams into reality.
So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with a question. What is that one impossible thing you've always wanted to achieve? That dream you keep putting on the back burner because it just seems too big, too scary. Remember Mandela, and remember that the only thing standing in your way is the will to get it done. So go out there and do the impossible, because what we've learned today is that it's not really impossible at all. It's just waiting for you to finish it.